For those that don't know much about Marcelo Luis Nascimento, you might want to check out on YouTube the way that he put down after the first round Gonzalo Basile in his last fight. It was a wonderful left hook, and he has got a very, very nice left hook. Tyson Fury, I'm sure, is familiar to many of you and would like to be even more familiar. Has big ambitions in this heavyweight division. Just a little unsteady on his feet there, Steve Bunce.
He got hit with a jab. This guy is a raw, natural banger. Sure he's raw, sure he's crude, but he hits Tyson with any of those shots. It's going to hurt him.
And he's hit with a couple there, and Tyson Fury comes back. Oh, and Tyson Fury catches him with a wonderful right hook there. And that put the Brazilian back a little bit. Oh, another big bulldozing, bludgeoning right hook from Tyson Fury. I mean, this Brazilian can knock people out, but you just don't know the quality of his chin. You don't know who he's been up against. Basile's got a decent record. That's very true.
He's getting a chin check tonight, that's for sure, Dave.
Yeah, his previous 6 opponents before Basile had a total of 19 fights worth of experience.
I'm surprised they didn't fight here against some of our British heavyweights with records like that. We bring in worse for our so-called...
Oh,
great shot! Great shot! Perfect right cross, absolutely perfect.
Halfway through the first round, the Brazilian tastes the canvas for the first time. Hal Foster gives him the count. Now Fury needs to step in
and not get caught.
Well, exactly.
Great shot, Dave.
This is explosive. As Fury says, 2 missiles are going to collide, and that Brazilian has a sense and a look of fear and takes another right to the chin as well. Fury getting through at will here.
Tyson's still boxing. I like that. He's kept calm. He's finding shots with jabs. He's setting up the range. That's good, Dave. That's a really good sign.
It was a 12-to-1 shot, the Brazilian, before the start of this fight, and you can see why now, because he looks a little bit out of his depth.
He's been made to look out of his depth. He's been hit on the chin by someone who weighs 18 stone 9.
Oh, and that punch that Nascimento threw then was so far out, he might as well have thrown it in Sao Paulo, quite frankly. Fury gets through with the jab, forcing the Brazilian to put his guard up high. There'll be people, Steve Bunce, amazed that the Brazilians made it through this first round. He still might not.
Well, you know what, Dave? In the last 5 years, I've seen about 30 so-called heavyweights come over here and fall over from far less than that and make no desire, no move to get up. Yeah. This kid's already won the best imported heavyweight award for the last decade.
Fury in the centre of the ring with the all-silver trunks. Nascimento with a huge tattoo on his very broad back. Man who wants to donate to the... Caught there, £1,000 to a mayoral contest, mixing sport and politics over in Sao Paulo. Fury forced to go for the body there with the Brazilian just covering up. He can barely see his opponent as he stands toe-to-toe with him.
He's not finished yet, our Brazilian friend. Dave, he's not finished yet.
No, this has been a...
Still swinging, still crude, still tough, still dangerous.
Exactly identical records as well, 13-0, the pair of them coming into this fight. But, you know, for all the Brazilians' good intentions, he's 2 and a bit stone lighter, and he's, what, 4 inches shorter as well. And you never completely abandon the good little guy, but Tyson Fury is a big man, although not as big as he was, of course, against John McDermott.
No, he's a stone or so lighter, maybe even a bit more.
And I think showing tonight as well.
But at least Nascimento is trying, Dave. He's been knocked down heavily, he's stumbled to his feet, and he's trying. You don't want me to start listing the heavyweights that haven't tried that we've imported.
You're back to them fat Latvians again, aren't you?
I am back to those fat Latvians. And as I say, you don't need 11 members of the broadcasting team to highlight that. Although it's always good if you've got 11 members, because you can all confer.
The multitasking Steve Bunce alongside me at ringside here as we go into the last minute of this second round.
Good shot.
All he's doing, though, the Brazilian, really in this round, is buying himself time. He's covering himself, trying just to wear Fury out a little bit.
We've got 10 rounds here, Dave.
We have. Well, we meant to. Fury needs 10 rounds, though.
You know what? He needed 10 rounds, 5 or 6 fights to go, but he keeps getting rounds. 8 and 9 and 10 in his last 6. That's better than any heavyweight, you know, any potential good heavyweight in their first 13 fights. Frank Bruno only learned to count the 10 after about 20 fights.
Well, no, exactly. 8 and 9.
That's good going.
His last 3 fights.
And then 10 a few fights ago.
Yeah, he goes
first fight with McDermott.
Absolutely. But you still say that, you know, getting the rounds in the bag is good.
For heavyweights especially, it's essential.
Absolutely.
That's why the Klitschko's did it so beautifully. They worked their way through half a dozen bums, then they fought guys that didn't fall over, and they kept getting 10 rounds and 10 rounds, and that's what natural banger.
And he wants natural bangers, Tyson Fury. He says, I don't want to fight complete pushovers. I want to be exposed. Because the more he is exposed and the more he takes on, you know, what is perceived to be better class opponents, the more people start to take him a bit more seriously.
He's had a couple of walkovers, you know, he's had a couple of fat guys that have fallen over as soon as he's grinned at them. But he's only had a couple. There are other heavyweights in Britain and in Europe that are getting fed them every 6 weeks.
And they're jabbing away Fury, forcing the Brazilian to try something a little desperate like that, if he's going to get anywhere near it. What swinging haymaking punches there. It's more reminiscent of Pete Townsend at Live at Leeds than a boxer.
Dave, whisper it, not too loud. Nascimento still fancies this job. I'm telling you.
You might fancy it, Steve, but
he's trying. He's smiling on his face. He's looking for a big shot. He's smiling. I'm telling you, Marcelo fancies the job.
Yeah, and it only takes one big shot to put a man down, I know, but these big shots have got to get a little more closer to the target. And it's difficult to find the target when you can't see from behind the high guard at the moment. Another good jab, left jab from Tyson Fury. He's certainly recovered well, the
yes, indeed.
Brazilian, who, by the way, has won 8 out of his 13 career fights in the first round. It's not often we see Nascimento in round 3.
He thinks he's boxed twice tonight.
Yes, it's the fourth time in his career that he's gone into the 3rd round.
He thinks he lost the first one, but he's leading this one going into the 2nd.
Another swinging wild punch. And Tyson can just stand there and lean back away from him all night.
That's why you need the rounds, Dave. You need the rounds to have the confidence to know that you can go 8 rounds or 10 rounds and just keep jabbing away, keeping a high guard.
Claims Tyson Fury that he's the most avoided man in the world.
I know there's plenty of named heavyweights that have asked for ridiculous money to fight him.
Yeah, and Audley Harrison has been called out recently.
Yep, big old might fancy him.
Oh, nice combination thrown by Fury as he comes forward towards the end of this 3rd round.
Go on, Tyson, you've got to love him.
I don't know, ask Lennox, ask Vladimir, ask Tommy Hearns, ask a few more. So Chisora at ringside. Such a pity, isn't it, that Chisora and Fury aren't in the ring together. We might see it one day.
Well, listen, I hope we do see it. You know, the Klitschko, you know, this is a fact, Dave, and I don't care if we get in any trouble. Vladimir pulled out of that fight last December. There was nothing wrong with him. He hadn't prepared, and he suddenly got to look into Derek Chisora's eyes. This is what Derek says, and he's right. And you know who told me that in the week? That man, Tyson Fury, said that they pulled out because they didn't fancy Chisora. I'm telling you, Big Dell's going to go over there and have some fun. He's entertaining. You've got to love Big Dell.
Oh, yeah. He talks a good talk.
Well, he can fight a little bit. Don't worry about that. As can this man. They can both talk. What a fight that'll be for the interviews.
Whoa, this time Nascimento Gets a little nearer to his intended target. Oh, that's a decent straight left that he's thrown out there. It's a better round, this, from Nascimento. Fury not dictating...
Fury slowed down a bit, though.
Yeah, exactly, but not dictating events in the way he'd certainly want to. Has he slowed down deliberately, or is he just puffing a bit?
No, I think he's slowing down deliberately. Well, we're in the fourth round here, or whatever we're in.
Good counter punches there.
He knows he's got to go another 6, maybe.
Wanted to come in round about 18 stone 5 pounds, he was quoted as saying. Tyson Fury, and weighed in at 18 stone 9.
That's still good, though.
What's 4 pounds when you're
6'9"?
over 18? But the 19.5 stone he sported and weighed in against John McDermott has gone. Decent combinations now coming from Nascimento, but he's still getting picked off by the jab. And the body shots from Fury as well.
He's got to concentrate though, Fury, because those wild swings, as you said about a minute ago, they're getting closer. Sure, they're cruel. Sure, but they're dangerous. They're dangerous shots. British Prescott's shots were dangerous against Amir Khan. We should never forget that. They were wild, unbelievable lunges. Khan allowed himself to be hit. Tyson's not.
Well, let's get the geography right. The wild punches were landing nearer the Amazon than they were at Wembley Arena in the first couple of rounds. They may be reaching the Canary Islands now, but he's still getting picked up.
He's getting picked up. It's hurt, though. That's a good right hand, though.
And he's marking a bit as well, isn't he, Nascimento? Still standing. The strength being sapped just a little from his legs there. Now Tyson's turn to miss with 2 furious Fury punches. He just, gets caught with a beautiful crisp left. Oh, and a right there from Tyson Fury that glance. Sporting town, though, as well. There is no place like Sao Paulo when it comes to sport. And Nascimento, a good sport so far, but his face starting to mark up. Steve underneath his left eye.
He's taken some hefty blows, Dave. And we're making light of Tyson being 18.9 and saying they want to be 18.5. That's 18.9. That's 18 stone 9 pounds. That's a lot to get hit with.
And look at that. He's just picking Nascimento off now. You feel only a couple more flush right hooks from Fury. You might actually do the job.
Yeah, you might find that if Tyson were to pick it up, even if he didn't drop Nascimento, you might see Howard Foster, who's a terrific ref, you might see him have another look, have a look at him and say, you know what, son, you've earned your money tonight. One or two people on each side want to know. Jim Kelly wants to know what about Nascimento's socks, and Jim Cox says he's wearing shin pads. No, he's not, fellas. I tell you what, he's showing plenty of heart, even if he has got shin pads on.
I just said at the start, he's pulled his socks up tonight. And so's Tyson Fury as well, coming forward, picking off the Brazilian at will. Fury once again just turning away from a couple of telegraph combinations.
Yep.
It's almost become a bit too easy, isn't it, for Fury? You drop your man in the opening round and you think, well, that's it, got the fight won here.
And that's why you have to concentrate, Dave.
Yeah. Which he is doing. He's not going to a war. Decent jab, right
looking
as well.
close, it's looking close. He's having a good look, Dave, that referee, Mr. Foster.
Well, he is, but Fury not following up until that body shot there. And that winded, I think, the Brazilian. Gets turned round again. Fury looking for the big punches, but sticking behind that jab. Oh, lovely right, coming in from Fury again. The Brazilian's face becoming redder and redder on the left-hand side and on the bridge of his nose as well. Maybe he's had a cut starting to open up a little bit.
On the bridge of the nose, it is. He's tired now, the kid. He's tired now.
And not just because he's taken the blows, but because of some of the wild shots he's been throwing back with interest. Oh, lovely right from Tyson Fury again. Right hook's got him, and he is out, the Brazilian there. Tyson Fury is out, and the Brazilian, I think, out cold, Steve Bonds.
Yeah, he's okay.
Before he hit the canvas, he's now been rolled onto his back at ringside. Received treatment, Marcelo Nascimento, this round one, and he first tasted the canvas
big shot
in the
straight
opening
away.
round. That shot there had the Brazilian in trouble. And then a big over the top right, another clubbing right as well from Tyson Fury. Little left sneaking through the guard there as well. He was just picking his shots up, and there, straight right, beautiful.
He's up.
Put him down. The Brazilian has got to his feet as we look at Tyson Fury in full flow as we go into round two now. Body shots. This, to me, was the best part about tonight. Not just the big punches that put the Brazilian down, but Fury using his brain, going for those body shots as well.
It was the thinking. He was breaking him up with body shots because this guy's got a tight guard. All you're going to do is hit this guy's wrist or hurt your knuckles on his elbows. So get your punches either through the middle or round the side. That was absolutely right. That's why there was complete control in that corner. See, that was in the round previous, and he was hurt there, Dave, in all fairness.
And he was hurt by that as well. Lovely right hand to the chin, and round five is when it all came to an end for Nascimento.
Ref's looking now.
Watching on.
Look straight in, and that was when he had the eye contact. You could see it, top of the head, that is, just on the temple.
Yeah.
He's out momentarily, quickly rolled onto his side.
A good blow from Tyson Fury.
Hey, listen,
the right hand.
It's a harsh business, Dave. That's the bottom line.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes 48 seconds of round number 5, our referee in charge of the contest, Mr. Howard Foster, calls a halt with Marcelo Luis Nascimento in an unfit position to continue. The actual result is a technical KO. Our winner of the International Heavyweight Challenge, Tyson Fury.